Hey guys, so you want to learn how to do the splits. I'm here to show you that the reformer is the best way to practice. We're going to do 5 exercises today that I'm going to teach you, and then tomorrow, so you're going to have to come back, I'll teach you 5 more. I don't want to teach you all 10 at the same time because people get excited, they overdo it, they overstretch, they hurt themselves. We don't want that to happen. So please be careful whenever you're practicing something new, especially with the splits. You don't want to overdo it. So one thing I can recommend on a reformer, if this is where you're practicing, a lighter springs is going to be harder in regards to these particular exercises because there's less ability to hold you in place. So if you've never done any of this stuff before, you're going to go a little bit heavier. I'll give you some guidelines, of course, but just keep that in mind. On the reformer, lighter springs does not always mean easier. So in case you did not know that, now you know. We're going to start out with 2 springs here. So if you have a commercial unit, maybe a blue and a yellow. For the home units, which is what I'm using for all of my workouts here, just because I know a lot of you are at home now, reformers are actually affordable these days. Yay! So a lot of people are getting them, asking lots of questions. So that's why I'm teaching on this. If you've got the home units that have all the same spring load colors, they're all silver. Go with 2 springs for the first one, and then we're going to move on from there. So we're going to start out with some nice little leg circles. So make sure your straps are ready to go. Remember, when I say ready to go, I mean that you want your straps to be the same length. We're going to start with our feet in Pilates V. Okay, so that's for all you dancers. So dancers always love to increase their split. So if this is for dancers, that's great. If this is just for somebody who wants to increase their range of motion, or it's just some sort of fun thing you want to know how to do the splits, here's the exercises we're going to do today. Each exercise is going to be done for 1 minute on each side. You're going to do these exercises every other day for the next 30 days and see if you can see the improvement in your stretch. These are wide leg circles today. Why? Because we're trying to stretch out the adductors, okay? The adductors are the upper part of the inside of your thigh. Very important when it comes to doing the splits. So we're going to take 1 minute of leg circles just to get warmed up. And remember your beautiful Pilates form. The rib cage is down, abs are pulled in nice and tight. We're stretching here, we're coming around, we're circling, and we're bringing the legs back up. So we're just going to go in one direction for 1 whole minute. Circle, circle, circle. All right, so we've got 2 more to go. So remember, when it comes to the splits, your hips need to be loose, hamstrings, adductors. We just talked about that, inner thighs, all sorts of stuff that need to work together. So come all the way up. And we're going to stay on the same 2 springs. As I told you earlier, lighter springs is harder for some of this stuff, less stability in regards to your workout. So as you get stronger, say you're on day 25 of this 30-day challenge, then you're going to move on to lighter. But for today, you're going to start with 2 or 3 springs. You're going to have to feel it out, see what works best for you. I'm doing 2 springs, just FYI. All right, so we're going to have the foot bar all the way up. You're going to place your right foot on the foot bar, left toes back behind you. So your toes are going to flip over like that. So you're getting the stretch. Place the right toes here. Now what I want you to do is think about lifting your spine nice and long. So we're getting a stretch right here in the hip flexor. So this is important with your split as well because your back leg is going to need to have this stretch when you're practicing your splits. All we're going to do is press all the way back and come all the way in for 1 minute. All the way back, all the way in. Make sure you're breathing. Never hold your breath in Pilates. So the common mistake on this is to press back and around the back. So I really want you to lengthen your spine. Only press back as far as you can go without rounding the back. So if you begin to round your back right here, I want you to lengthen it and come back in. So we're working on stretching the hip flexor on the back leg. And we're working on the hamstring on the front leg. Let's go 2 more. Let's pull those abs in nice and tight. And you got your last one. All right, good job. Switch legs. Lengthen the spine first. Really stretch out that rear hip flexor and push back, stretching your hamstring. So I'm always going to refer to all those nice little muscles that we're working so that you have an idea of where you should feel your stretches. So again, stretch here and stretch there. If you're rounding the back, you went too far. So see, this is as far as I can go. I have tight hamstrings, so I wish I could press all the way back. And some of you dancers, I'm sure can with no problem, but not me. Remember, form is more important, okay? Don't risk getting injured. Don't press back too far on your first day. Let's go 2 more on this side. And we've got your last one. Okay, come all the way back in. Let's keep the spring load at 2 springs for today. 2 or 3, possibly. Again, because we're on our first day of this workout. As you move through the 30-day challenge, change that spring load up that works best for you. So on this one, I want your right foot at the edge of the reformer and your left toes are pointing upward. We're going to, again, stretch out those inner thighs here. We're going to work on some core strength. What I want you to do is place your hand on your mat. I want you to hinge forward. I want you to make sure that your spine is nice and long, meaning I want you to look in the mirror and see that. I want you to look in the mirror and see length through your spine. Bring this arm out to the side, place this arm right on your mat, and then I want you to press out as far as you can go, right? Here's your middle split action. Okay, so the first one, we were working more on the front splits. Now we're working on middle splits, pressing all the way out, really stretching through that inner thigh. And be careful if you're brand new to doing any type of movement like this. You don't want to overdo it, hurt yourself. All the way out, all the way in. And again, as you move through that month, you're going to be able to press out even further, all the way to the back of that reformer. Flatten the back. And you're breathing. I don't play music while we're doing this workout. That's up to you to find that nice music that'll match for your flow. Go 2 more. And your last one. All right, good job. Walk around to the other side of your reformer. I don't want to work out with my butt sticking into the camera, so I'm staying on this side, but you're flipping over. All right, so find that nice place with your foot. Place your other hand on the reformer. Place the other hand over the foot bar. Lengthen that spine, so lower down, you're hinging at your hip joint, right? So we're working the hips and pressing all the way out, coming all the way back in. Nice long neutral spine. Make sure you pay attention to your form. So remember, you're going to practice these 5 exercises, if you can, 3 times a week. So if you're doing each side for 1 minute each, that's a 10-minute workout. So you can add this to your other workouts during the day. But this can be your active stretch for the day to get you all nice and warmed up. Go 3 more on the second side. Yeah, 2 more. And you got your last one. Come all the way up. Next one, we're going to work on your piriformis. And we're going to work on your hip again. We're going to face toward the front. You're going to bring your right leg in front. You're going to take your left leg all the way back here, right over that headrest. You're going to face toward the front. What I want you to do is take your hips and sort of wiggle them around so that your hips are facing forward. Put your hands on the bar, 2 springs, and then press all the way down. Flatten that back, and then come all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. So we're working on the outside of our hips here, on the front leg. And again, we're going back to that hip flexor on the back leg. So when we talk about active stretching, which is what we're doing right now, is we're moving through a stretch instead of just holding a stretch. So you see a lot of people 20, 30 years ago just holding the splits on the floor for 10 minutes trying to get their splits. Well, that's really not as functional as an active stretch that looks like you're moving through that same motion. So passive stretches are good, but active stretches tend to be better for people. Last one. All right, flip around other side. Left leg in front, right leg in back. Extend that leg back behind you. Wiggle around so that those hips are facing forward. Lengthen your spine and press. All the way down, all the way up. So tomorrow you'll get the next 5 exercises. And you'll have 10 exercises you can practice. So the second 5 exercises you can do on the other days that you're not practicing these. So things should be warming up right now. Your hips should be coming awake. You should love that feeling. Hips straight ahead. Look in the mirror. Check your form, guys. It's really important to check the form. I'll just keep reminding you. We've got one more to go. And all the way up. So my hands are going to go here. You're going to get comfortable standing up on that reformer. You're going to take your left foot behind you onto the foot pad. You're going to take your right leg here to the front. So it looks like a lunge first, just to get comfortable and then straighten out that leg. I am going to be adding lots of yoga Pilates combo movements because I do teach both forms. I've been teaching Pilates and yoga for 25 years. So I love doing the yoga stuff on here as well. So this is called pyramid if you do yoga. Draw the shoulder blades away from the ears. The common mistake is to do this. I want you to push them down. Lengthen out that spine. Get that back leg straight and the front leg straight as well. From here, you're going to push out and pull in. So those of you super flexible are going to be able to push out much further than I'm doing today. You're getting your hamstrings, you're getting the calves on the front of the leg, and you're getting the hip flexor on the back of the leg. As you get stronger, as you get more flexible, you're going to be pressing out. Looks like that. Okay, so you're going down into that split motion, coming all the way up. Okay, again, don't do that today if you don't know how to do your splits. Safety first. Okay, let's go 3 more. 2 more. And your last one. Okay, the safest way, if you've never done these before, is just to drop down to your knees and switch sides. All right, bring the left leg in front, place that right leg back behind you. So start in the lunge first, push the shoulder blades down, then straighten out that front leg. Now, if your leg looks like this, you're like, I can't do that. That means you have a tight hamstring, that's all. And we will get you there, don't you worry. But try straighten it as best you can today. Same with that back leg, and then begin to push out and pull in. All right. Making sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that beautiful stretch in the hamstring. And again, if you're a dancer or you're super flexible, you might be able to push out a little further like that. Okay. Abs are tight, guys. Hips are square. So what does that mean, hips are square? That means both of my hip bones are facing straight down toward the carriage. All right, so if you're feeling twisted like that, I want you to shift your hips this direction as you press out and pull in. Let's go 2 more. And your last one. Okay, come all the way down. You've got 1 more minute to go. So we're going to finish off this one workout today by circling in the other direction. So lay on the back. 2 springs, feet back in straps. Take those feet back in Pilates V. Arms are always to the side of the body. Abs in, ribs down. So we took the legs out and around. This time we're going to take them straight down and around and up. So you might now be able to feel the difference already just from a 10-minute stretchy, flowy workout on the Reformer, that your legs already feel better than they felt in the beginning. All right, so all the way down, circle around and up. Don't forget, every other day for these 5 exercises, and then tomorrow you'll do those 5 exercises on the opposite day. Let's go 3 more, guys. You can do it. 2 more. I'm a goofball if you haven't already figured that out. Last one. Don't take this too seriously. Just your form. Take that seriously. Let's bend the legs. Take the feet out of the straps. Put them back on your shoulder pads. And I will see you back tomorrow night. Bye.